Welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for y'all. Know that energy is fluid, so again, roles could be reversed. Just interpret the message as it best resonates for you. Never force anything. Take what you need, leave the rest. Now, again, if you're interested in winning a free psychic reading with me, or you want to know anything about the channel, you could always find this information in the description box below. All important links, website link, other YouTube channel links, TV show link, everything is going to be in that description box. Now, the word of the day is always going to be the word that comes out of the deck from the Psychic Soul Healer deck. And I always choose it in the beginning of every, again, reading. So again, if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, all you need to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word, again, or words in the description box. Tonight, the words are going to be Dark Night of the Soul. Dark Night of the Soul. So again, right before a spiritual awakening, we can have a dark night of the soul. It's usually when we have a lot of tower moments in our lives that a dark night of the soul happens. So even though the tower can seem as something positive, as again, change, positive change, well, the initial shock of that change, especially when it was unwarranted, is turbulent. And if there are structures in our life that really aren't based on our true sense of self, meaning who we are now, our wants, our desires, who we perceive we are, or where we want to be, character-wise, where we want to be, how we want to view ourselves, if it's out of alignment with that, a lot of times the old structures are what collapses. That's why there's a tower moment, and the tower means that yes, everything that's not of truth has crumbled, but it makes room for what's new. The awakening happens because of the tower moment. That's why I said it's, even though it's a positive card, it's a turbulent card, because a lot of times that change doesn't come because we're looking for it. It happens because we've outgrown something, and that we're not just in charge of staying still. Sometimes when we're frozen and afraid, we won't move, right? But understand, every single person that you're attached to, if it, especially to a specific situation, it's not what you do, it's what everyone does that's going to determine an outcome. So I'm feeling that it's going to be for a certain few, but that someone was trying not to move. Someone was trying to not make a decision on something because they didn't know what to do. And a lot of times this happens when we're fighting between our heart and our mind. But I feel like there was a tower moment where the person, whether this is you, again, the person that you're connected to, Virgo, that they're being forced to move. They're being forced to make changes. Okay, that's what I'm feeling again. So if you want to get this reading with me, just again, like, subscribe, and write the word Dark Night of the Soul in the comment bar. You'll know if I chose you, if you see the word winner underneath. If I didn't, you and I would just correspond back and forth on YouTube, or some people text me. It doesn't, whichever one works, so that usually if I don't hear from you, I will just put the link in, underneath our comments on YouTube. So we'll correspond again back and forth to see what day works for the both of us. And then I'll make up the link and put it right underneath. I like to put that out there because every single winner lately has had a little bit of anxiety about finding that link, or saying, I don't know how I'm going to get on. How does this work? So I just like to put it out there. All right, now without further ado, let's look and see what's happening. Okay, first card out that flipped out was Fanatical. We're looking at the spiritual energy first. Fanatical. And Promethean fire. All right, well, someone is perceiving that you are like really full of enthusiastic, but maybe again, just so different than they are. Um, and more in a very, like, again, enthusiastic way. And it's because you're really passionate about what you do. And I feel like the Promethean fire is the fact that they are viewing this, again, the person maybe that you're connected to is viewing you as somebody that is extremely different, but they're very passionate about you. And fanatical could even be that you're very passionate about, again, what you're doing. And this is, again, the Promethean fire. Now, for spiritual energy is something that is dictating the transformation of your energy, or energy that is the underlying healing energy. Now, in this case, I'm feeling as if you are in a healing phase, because not only are you connected to someone that is seeing you as very attractive because you're in your element, I feel like you are healing yourself, and you're healing yourself because Promethean fire is all about that emotional energy, that passion that rises up inside of us. Well, again, when we're in that energy, we attract people to us. We almost seem as if we're very attractive. And also, I'm feeling as if you have a soulmate twin flame, or again, just a soulmate, someone that you're connected to, someone that you have really good chemistry with. That's again that fire, that Promethean fire. And this is transmutation energy. Transmutation energy is the energy that is able to transform your wounds to gifts. And that when it's referred to you, it refers to the fact that the passion of your unique creativity, your unique individuality, which is again your passion that you're involved in life, is your transformational energy. And people see it as fanatical. You are seen as fanatical, but not in a negative way, more as different, unique, over the top, but over the top in a way that it is creating awareness, that's courageous, that's getting a lot of attention because, again, you're living your truth. You're living your truth. And in this, it's like I said, it's healing your wounds because you get to see yourself differently, but also you're becoming more confident. You're again seeming more attractive, and really you're attached to someone that is viewing your life almost as fanatical. Now, if I recall, you are attached to somebody that there is a tower moment, right? A dark night of the soul is what happens, what is the card that I pulled. And that's what, again, the word of the day. And I view that when I take that into consideration, that it's, again, you changing will create a dark night in the soul of people that are attached to you, because people tend to perceive you as they like to perceive you. Now, what does that mean? Well, if I'm not treating you well, but I perceive that you are beneath me, then I feel like it's okay. So the truth of the matter is that once you change, which you're changing, you again are able to transform yourself, and in that you transform the way that people are viewing you, which is again very fanatical. It's very like over the top, but it's spiritual energy, because again, when you are creating, you're in that flow of the universe. You're doing what you love, so you're embodying love, so you're attracting love. So anything that is not on that vibration is not going to be able to stay in your life. So again, people may say that you are fanatical, because also you're not going to be putting up with people and situations and experiences that are trying to make you dim your light, step out of alignment with your true self. Because again, you're in this element, and when you're in this element, it feels really good. So why would you dumb me down? So, but in that, you're choosing you, you're not choosing what's best for other people. And that's seen as fanatical because, like I said, most people like to go along with the crowd. So this is a spiritual energy. So this is good because it means that you're vibing high. It means that you're healing and, getting rid of whatever's not working in your life. Again, it leaves room for what's supposed to be in your life. Family. So the pain is really the fact of the underlying wound is the fact that you never had family. So there was always like a lack. And I'm feeling as if you are again vibing high in doing what you love. And in that, you're drawing people to you that are resonating with your energy, that are going to be more in alignment with more of your soul family. So if you didn't have a family, this soul family is what is again good. I feel coming into your life, whether that's through a new job, whether that's through your hobbies, whatever it is that you're doing, that you're again vibing at a very high vibration, you're loving, and for everybody is someone different. I feel like for some of you, you're an artist, for some of you are your influences, for some of you, you're on your spiritual path. It's a general message. However, the energy remains the same, that we have again someone, the first card of the day, which is always the card that is going to be the magic card that you write in your comment card, but that's always what kicks off the reading. And that was Dark Night of the Soul. So again, when you're changing, you create a lot of awareness. And I also feel like you are creating the awarenesses for yourself. And in that a lot of times we don't like what we see. We don't, because what you see is that certain people and situations that you've had in your life really aren't in alignment with your true self, and you have to let them go. And that's painful. That's a process. And so you're again in letting those energies go. However, you are transforming yourself, and you can do so easily through again your promethean fire, the passion that you have for again the hobby, the interest, and this again inevitably brings you to your family. So this is awesome because this is good spiritual energy, and we can see that okay, so is there someone in your life? Was there someone in your life? What's going to happen? And if you're vibing high, chances are you're going to make the right decisions in your life, because we never want to abandon ourselves when the life is going good. No one says, okay, let me try something else. We usually continue to try to do what works for us. But we look into the spiritual energies and see, well, you're vibing high, which is great, but what is going to happen in your life? Like, what is happening in your life? And if you're in a connection, what's going on with that? Because again, someone was in the dark night of the soul. Okay, 10 of Cups, happiness. You find your happiness. 7 of Pentacles. Again, I can't make this up. Disappointment. So it's again, your happiness is bringing other people's disappointment. Because again, I feel like people had a view of how they perceived you to be. And misery, unfortunately, loves company. It's again the lovers, yeah, because again, I feel like you are connected to someone that had a choice again to of the Lovers again, but the Lovers always represent a choice. And being that it was reversed, to me, the person that you were connected to chose someone else. So again, they expected that you weren't going to be happy, is what I'm feeling. They felt like you would, be sad, and being that you're happy, that's bothering them. It's making them see, which makes sense, because if you're attached to somebody, that there's a lot of this energy, but they see you as fanatical mainly because you stuck up for yourself, because again, you didn't put up with their nonsense, because you're different. But they still have this passion for you, and really, again, and they didn't give to you, and they undervalued you, or they didn't take the time to get to know you, and they chose someone else. Again, and what they're seeing is they chose wrong. So, and they choose wrong because they're viewing you not just for who you are, but for all that you have. And again, they're not happy. They're not happy. But I feel that I don't feel like you're in a relationship, Virgo, though I do feel like you're brought to people that, are very nurturing, people that are very supportive, people that think like you, like almost like, again, a family, just a different type of spiritual family. So I want to look at the hidden truths. What is your person that's going through a dark night of the soul feel, because they choose someone else, and they're seeing that you're not affected by that. Just being near you is intoxicating. I knew I could, I wish I could take back my words. So I'm kind of feeling like, again, they're reminiscing, they're thinking a lot about you. They're comparing you a lot to other people. They're seeing your value now. They're regretting what they did. They're regretting the lies. They're regretting, again, choosing the wrong person, not taking the time to get to know you. I feel like this person backtracked. I feel like that there was someone in their life before you, and they were really going to be with you, but then last minute they went with the person from their past. Is the energy there. I wish I could share my good news with you. So it's, again, I'm feeling like they're in the midst of realizing, again, that they've made the wrong choice, and that they're going to leave this person. And I feel like they want to share the fact that they're a different person. They want to share the fact that I feel like this person was very codependent on someone from the past, but the person from the past was like a karmic, had a lot, used to manipulate them and make them feel bad. And again, like, when you've been with someone on or off for a long time, they know every single button to press. And so they've outgrown the people, this person in their life especially, but they've outgrown their life. That's why they're going through a dark night of the soul, because everything in their life is, like I said, whatever is you outgrew, whatever is not in alignment with your true self, is the reason why after a while we will go through a dark night of the soul, if we're continuing to try to make something work that we shouldn't be working anymore, which is kind of what happened here. I feel like you're connected to someone that was afraid to move. They were afraid to do anything. And so again, whatever's going on in their life, someone pulled the plug on it because they weren't moving, but in the fact they weren't giving anything either. So your person might have not been giving anything to you, but they weren't giving anything to the person that they ran back to. And though as soon as they went back to that person, I feel like they realized they made a mistake, but it was almost like they tried to fake the funk for a while. And so they're thinking about how much time, they're thinking about all their decisions. I regret lying to you. It's, again, so they're in a place of the dark night of the soul, not just because they see that they made a wrong choice, but also because they feel like they miss an opportunity with you. I'm starting to understand our connection. And what they thought is when they walked away that they wouldn't have any feelings. They thought that it was going to be easy. Um, I don't know why they ran back to the karmic. Let's ask, why did they run back to the karmic? What was the reasoning for that? I want to know, what was the reasoning for that? I want to use also another deck, but I want to just see, okay, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Magician. So I'm feeling for a lot of you, it was just mainly the karmic. Some might have children. There was other responsibilities. The karmic knows every button to push. So as soon as they felt that this person was going to really leave and move forward, they just kind of put delays on it because the Wheel of Fortune is reversed. And I believe, again, the Magician is someone that's a trickster, someone that plays games that can be manipulative. So I believe that, again, somebody was in their environment. Again, in Page of Wands, freedom, that just didn't want to give them that freedom, that wasn't going to let them move forward, but did it in a manipulative way. So again, it could be through having children, to having outside things, making this person not feel as if they can move forward. And then as soon as, like I said, your person went back to the karmic, the person knew that it was a mistake, 5 of Cups, but I also feel like the karmic realized that they won not really because your person wanted to go back. It was because they were more guilted about their money and their situation, and which is why there's a Tower moment, why the karmic like said, that's it, pulled the plug on it. So what do they feel? What are they gonna do? What do they feel? Passion and desire. So didn't we say this, Promethean fire is the passion and desire. So there's a sense of when someone really loves you and cares about you, that makes people change, but only makes them change if you are, again, at the highest vibration and honoring yourself, because you're going to be laying the boundaries and teaching this person how you want to be treated. And that's going to be through your walk, and they're going to learn through your walk. And your walk is how you interact in everyday life, how you conduct your life. What is your character? Because it can be transformed, but it depends on what you do. But there is this passion and this desire there. So I would say that this might even be a soulmate twin flame, because whenever there's a lot of passion and desire, there's a sense and there's healing that needs to be involved. And I feel like that is because your person was very insecure. They ran back to a karmic. They didn't really want to, but they're not very strong in themselves. That says, especially if the karmic's able to manipulate them. Obstacles, and put constant obstacles in their way. That's what I felt. I felt like the karmic continues to put obstacles and manipulate to wear your person down. But they're really afraid, the karmic, because they can see that you hold a special place in their heart, because normally I'm feeling they get your person to just give in to them, to just stay put. And that's the problem. Your person doesn't want to stay put, but they're fighting between their heart and their mind. So they have children together. They might have, again, business together. They might have a lot of assets together. Whatever it is, they have stuff. Families know each other. There could be numerous reasons why, because a karmic is someone that's been in this person's life for a long time. There's also not been love on your person's side. They, again, more like a chore, a duty, but the karmic doesn't care. The karmic just doesn't want them moving forward, keeps throwing obstacles in their way. Your person didn't know what to do. They then never know what to do because they want to leave, but they're afraid. So they lied, they manipulated to try and get their way. I feel like you were like, nope, you caught on. Again, you saw what happened. They weren't with you, so you assumed there was somebody else. They made a choice. And once they made a choice, they realized it was a mistake. And now the whole time they're like, I still am feeling so much passion. If anything, the passion's getting stronger. Like I realize the difference between you and a karmic. Karmic takes energy. Being around you is intoxicating. It's like it gives energy, which is again that passion, right? When we have strong feelings for someone, it gives us energy when we like someone. So again, they're in regret, but that because they see that they've made the wrong decision. Emotionally unavailable. See, they're in regret because they were emotionally unavailable to you in the beginning. Feel like you tried many times to open up to this person and you could feel that they wanted to, but it was almost like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And the reason why is because the karmic has always been there, and on a deep level, they knew that the relationship couldn't really grow, but they're leaving the karmic. It's just, and the karmic knows it. That's why it keeps throwing obstacles. I am faced with constant reminders of you. Yeah, this person can't get over you. They can't stop thinking about you. And understand that's what happens when it's true love. And that's what the karmic knows. The karmic knows that it's, again, by now, your person usually gives up, usually gives in, and the fact that your person isn't doing anything is making them more and more jealous, more and more angry, more and more, to the point that I'm feeling like it's going to sabotage whatever chance they would have had with your person. Not anymore, because it's making them so angry and so mad, because for so long the karmic, I feel like, has sacrificed and guilted and manipulated to just keep this going. And it was okay for a long time because your person never fell in love before. They didn't have anything to compare. They have something to compare and they feel a lot different. So secrets and deception. I feel like, again, you may feel like this person hid the karmic from you, and they did because they knew you wouldn't want to be with them. You are the love of my life, but they realize now it's a big mistake. Please be patient with me. And it's like, I want to be with you, but it's like I never had dealt with this type of situation before. And I also feel like they're very confused because they don't know what they feel, and they don't know what's right, and they feel almost responsible for the karmic's feelings, and also for why they don't have feelings for that person, because they feel as if they should. And this happens when you've been around someone for a long time, and again, you can't fall in love with someone even if you have children, even if you have responsibilities, even as being guilt. So they do have feelings for you. They, again, I find you incredibly attractive. See, it goes back to that passion. So a lot of passion, a lot of desire, a lot of, because they, again, you're supposed to be in their life. And I believe that passion is inevitably what gets them to leave, and understand. And the karmic keeps putting obstacles in their way, but eventually it's just, all it's doing is making the connection between you and your person stronger, because your person is thinking even more and more about you. So it's almost like the karma keeps doing things to try and detour them from even thinking about you. And really, what your person is seeing is, I still am not giving in to my karmic, and I'm still like thinking about Virgo. And so I know that that means something. I know that this is real. I can tell the difference between what the karmic is doing and the feeling that and that connection that I have with Virgo. Even though the karmic keeps trying to confuse me, even though the karmic keeps trying to manipulate me. And don't get me wrong, I feel like your person was confused for a long time. My emotions are like a roller coaster now. I don't know what I want, but I'm trying to find out. See, this is again the energies of fighting between the heart and their mind. So what this is saying is they still have a strong desire, but they still again have to overcome like leaving. They're not doing anything. They weren't doing anything. The karmic is what did it. So you have to be careful because the karmic is the one that pulled the plug on this. That's why they're in the dark night of the soul. However, once the karmic finds who they're going to, I feel like the karmic is going to be right behind this person because your person is not strong. They're confused. And so, which means that the karmic still has a lot of power. I feel safe confiding in you. I trust you completely. I can share all my secrets with you. So it's again, they feel obviously safe with you and would tell you everything, but, and this would obviously make you feel as if they wanted to leave their person. However, I would make sure because I'm feeling again that this person, again, the person that you're connected to is really weak. They may try to get with you while not fully ending it with the karmic because again, their emotions are like a roller coaster. And it's because they're angry, they're angry, they don't like this person, but they're still guilted and they need to end it, is what I'm getting at. You're the love of my life. You make me want to be a better person. I want to be happy and content with you. So it's again, they're seeing the difference. And so, but they go back and forth. But the more time that you hold them accountable, and if you hold them accountable, they will see that you are their person. I want you to believe in me again. I know that I must take full responsibility for my actions. I will earn your trust again. So this person, your person wants to come back and it's just, they get really confused with the karmic. So my advice is again, make sure that this is fully closed out before you like enter in to a relationship with this person. And they would have to prove it. They would have to prove it. And they're saying that they know that. They're saying that they know that. So until they stable out, their emotions are high and low because there's a lot of different emotions that are attached to karmic mates. You are angry. You don't like them, but you do care about them. And it's like, is it guilt? Is it shame? Is it all these other things? And so if you're not emotionally intelligent, you can see how it could be baffling, even if you are emotionally intelligent, because there's many different layers to that. And that's just someone that's been in a toxic relationship for a long time, faking the funk. But nevertheless, you still have to protect yourself. I hid my real thoughts and feelings from you. I was in denial, afraid of losing you. I see clearly now. So it's again, I feel like they weren't 100% honest about the karmic. They weren't, and I don't think that they were ever 100% honest and open with you to make you feel comfortable. They always made you sit on the fence. Even though I'm feeling like Virgo, you intuitively knew how they felt. I just feel like this spiritual issue is mainly more your person's lesson than yours. because they found someone that they connected to deeply, which was you. And they went back to the karmic because the karmic was easy to manipulate them. And that's because they don't really know who they are a lot, and they're influenced a lot by money and other things. So that's how the karmic has that type of power. Now, in that, it's like they still have so much power, passion rather, and desire for you. But passion is not the same as unconditional love. When a person takes the time to get to know you, that and likes you for the good and the bad and everything else, and not only it takes time, your person didn't give this time. Your person, like again, had the opportunity to end this with the karmic, and for whatever reason, the last minute or again in whatever, the karmic was able to influence. I'm feeling because again, money, something. Nevertheless, they knew they made a mistake as soon as they did it, but they haven't apologized. They haven't come forward. They haven't really told you what they feel. And that's because they've been in this healing process. But the problem is that they're still confused. They're knowing that you're someone important. They know that you're a good catch. They know that. But there's a sense of possibly that being with the karmic is easy because the karmic will always take them back. They don't have to give that much. The karmic's been the one that's been keeping that relationship alive. So if they're really with someone that's true and real, they have to step it up. They have to raise their vibration. And I feel like for you, again, it was more of a karmic test. If you agree with this person, like again, before they wouldn't have given you what you needed because they're wrapped up with somebody else. They're not strong in themselves. So again, this card just flew out. It says union is an energy, not physical contract. Even when we are together, I feel our union. So again, you and this person have this ESP connection. This is a spiritual bond that you and this person has. So it's not just about passion. It's not just about that, but they actually, again, by now would say, with all the obstacles that the karmic has put in the way, they'd say, well, normally they would have given up, and they know that this is something strong because they still feel you. They still have feelings for you. And really, it's about learning about unconditional love. I don't believe that your person is in a relationship of unconditional love. They're being dominated. They're being controlled. They're being manipulated. And your person just doesn't want to do it anymore. However, they didn't really know when they met you, I feel like. All right. And so I daydream about you. Sometimes it's sexual. Other times I visualize our future together. So it's again, still a lot of passion. And then this person really wants to make it work. Now let's see. Are you going to take them back? I'd like to know, are you going to take them back after all this? Because if it's a soulmate twin flame relationship, it wouldn't be uncommon if you didn't. If you did, rather, because again, there's all that passion there. I wouldn't be surprised also if you didn't, because this person betrayed you. I'm feeling the majority of you that you will take this person back if they prove to you, because you can understand, again, being with someone and being manipulated, and again, being afraid of losing custody of your children, losing your money, losing like a business, losing whatever it is. You can put yourself in the person's shoes, and I feel like they plan on coming back and telling you. I think that again, they're embarrassed. But as far as, are you going to? Because again, you might have lost a little bit of the passion because of the way that they treated you. You are always on my mind. So I feel like you two have a connection, reminiscing. So you miss this person. You miss this person. You make me want to be a better person. So it's again, I feel like you both again, have a lot of feelings for each other. You both love each other. You both admire each other. You might not admire the way that they handled this situation. However, I believe that, again, there is a sense of, again, you're both thinking about each other constantly, and you're both, again, reminiscing about what it was, how good it is, and then also daydreaming about the future and wanting to be a better person. And part of this forgiveness, actually, I believe, would be a better person if you allow this person to prove themselves, even though that they were wrong. What is the spiritual guidance? What is the spiritual message? How are we supposed to deal with this? What is the takeaway? What does the universe want to tell us to do? The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless I am and free. So again, the more energy and intention. So again, having an intention that the connection will work out. And this is for anything, by the way. Your wherever energy goes, where your intention is. Okay, so wherever your focus is. So the more that you put into it, the more that intuitively you actually see that things work out. Number one, you can feel that they work out. And so it almost seems as if you're fearless, but because you wind up having more faith, you're seeing that it's working out for you. That's number one. And then I let go of shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. Now that's perfect. So what it's saying this is again, I would say these two cards is, don't focus on the past. Don't focus on all the things that this person didn't do, that they didn't handle it right, because the lesson is about unconditional love. This is a soulmate type of relationship. They didn't handle it properly. I believe that they are not as secure as they wish that they could be. And so what they're saying is, if you really like this person and you want it to work, Spirit is saying, you have to let go of the shadows of the past. And the shadows of the past are the fact that this person didn't choose you at first. They were manipulated, and they were manipulated to go back with an ex. And there's a part of you that's like, that's all I hear, instead of, when they went back because they were being manipulated, they went back because of whatever it was. Now, mind you, the karmic knew exactly what it looked like, and that's what they wanted it to look like. They wanted to create a lot of obstacles and make it look like that your person chose them. They didn't choose them. They tricked them into that. Your person wasn't smart enough. They made a decision based on logic, and in that they didn't think about you, and they weren't honest, left information out. They feel bad about it, but nevertheless, they have feelings for you. They want to be a better person. Now your person comes back to you, if you're gonna want it to work, you have to let it go and see this person for the first time. For the first time, through the fresh eyes, and which means you let go of all the past. And so this could be your lesson in learning forgiveness. Because if this is a soulmate twin flame relationship, because there's all this passion, and passions really transmute the wounds, and it's also what makes it impossible to walk away from each other. However, easy to walk away from a karmic mate, because the karmic mate, you can feel the difference, and this is what your person is seeing. And then they're, from comparing, well, it's just healing overall. So believe it or not, this is a divine connection. Will it work out in a real true connection? Well, I believe it so, because you want it to work out. You have the same feelings for this person as they do for you. And I see that you're going to be able to forgive them. And I think that that's what it is. I can't stand the thought of you being with someone else. I'm jealous. I have lost you. Have I lost you forever? So it's again, yeah, there again, the more time that goes by, the more that it bothers them. So that's again the surrendering of the ego. You know, a lot of times we don't want to, like, let our ego down. We don't want to be the one to forgive, especially the way that if we came across as, cocky, and especially if we chose someone else, regardless of what the reasoning is, we know what it looks like. So we can imagine putting ourselves in this person's shoes. However, regardless, the more time that goes by, the more, again, their mind goes crazy and starts imagining the worst, which is why your person eventually comes back, because they don't only just feel bad about what they did, but now they're afraid of really losing you. And so, again, keep doing what you're doing, which is, again, just being true to yourself, because this person's going to make their way right on back to you, Virgo. I'm going to leave it there. Now, again, if you resonated with this, the words of the day are the dark night of the soul. You're just going to write that in your comment bar, and you'll know I chose you if I wrote the word winner underneath. And if I did, we'll just correspond back and forth on YouTube. I'll see you guys all soon. Bye, Virgo.